We're live.
Oh, we're live. Okay.
Yeah.
We're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, special Tuesday episode. Here we are, rocking and rolling. A treat. Oh, I'm gonna dust the top of this seagull's hat off. He's collected some dust over the years. Not one of the best bobbleheads, let me just say. It was a free giveaway at Cyclone Stadium.
We've had a lot better special
Yeah,
special
yeah.
guests.
Toys on the set. This one really isn't the. It's not the cream of the crop, but yeah, we need something for it. So Tuesday episode. We're gonna do Tuesday, Wednesday this week. Eternally trying to throw you guys off and make only the diehards catch us where we can. Hoping that your Tuesday's going well. It looks like we're going to get some severe thunderstorms this evening.
Yeah, it's happening.
We can deal with it. We can live with it. So today, I forgot to mention last week. We did 2 shows last week, which were great. But we left out happy birthday shout out last Wednesday to our friend Big Tex, who turned 40 years old. What a bunch of idiots we are for not remembering his birthday. So,
yeah, happy birthday.
Special belated shout out birthday, special taped up, grungy looking hands on producer Matt.
Guys, whoever put me in charge of fire and knives.
Yeah, it's not a good week to be Matt's fingers.
Yeah, so the one that you're not going to see that I'm sparing you is the cut across half of my thumb on my left hand.
Yeah.
But I did burn my other hand.
It's whoever said that working in a kitchen is not a contact sport is certainly a liar.
Very wrong. Shout out to Marianne for being my ambulance driver.
Right, that's true. So once again, here we are back at the pad. We have anybody in the chat? Anybody checking out? We love to do sound checks in case you guys haven't realized.
Can we go? Can we get a sound check? Are we doing?
Can we get a sound check? Anybody? Sound? No. Silence means everything sounds great, right?
Right, I'm assuming so. There's 4 people in here, so
all right.
Feel free to chime in.
All 4 of you, not all at once. We always like to know if this sound is well because we're always looking to upgrade the equipment that we've got in an eternal striving to have pitch perfect, absolute perfection when it comes to sound.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's good.
Okay. We're going to assume it's good. We're going to forge on. If it's not good, take it up with the complaint department.
Which is also the producer's desk.
That's true. We're going into 1993 now. If you notice, fans of the show will notice that this season we are stretching more into the 90s. So 1993 Stadium Club. We like the Stadium Clubs. A good-looking, beautiful card. Shout out to Kodak for partnering up with Topps and Major League Baseball to give us some beautiful-looking cards. Even if the players on the cards are garbage,
there was a chance in the '93 set that you could win the master picture for the stadium for some of the Stadium Club players.
Oh, so like a real print. Yeah. Wow, that's actually cool. Let's bring that back. We got notes on this one?
Yeah, so the 1992 Stadium Club Series. 93, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
We are looking for a 1992 Derek Jeter draft pick card.
Woo!
The illustrious, and probably one of your favorite Mike Piazza rookie cards.
Here it is.
You're wearing a Piazza.
Yeah. It's a reason why.
Yeah.
Reason for the season.
Not a Jason Sehorn or a Matt Geiger.
No. Oh, you were 31?
I was for 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We also are looking for the 3000 Hit Club George Brett.
Yeah.
A Don Mattingly card.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Shadow Silhouette Robin Yount.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at that and it had a cool background silhouette of him. Really, again, we can't say enough about when cards is fancy. We like when cards get fancy because we like to talk about what good photography they were and how the whole gambit and the game of baseball cards changed in the 90s to make fancier looking cards. So here we are breaking through to the other side, the inside of this pack. Again, these are tight. And that's what she said. But the cards, the packaging is is skin tight. There's no give. There's no, shake them and pull out these cards.
But I think that's also that also lays better for us because aesthetically the cards are nice and tight. It doesn't give them room to rub against each other.
Right.
Or
right.
To
no,
get rough around the edges.
Damage or anything like that doesn't really pull up here. Info card. I've never seen this one before. Oh, this is how to master photos and who the master photos are. So, there you go. I think the back gives you the list, maybe.
The list would be Carlos Baerga, Cal Ripken, Delano DeShields, Biff Roberts, Brian McRae, Mike Scioscia, Sam Militello, Rick Sutcliffe, Joe Oliver, Danny Tartable, Kirby Puckett, and Tim Wakefield. Did
they just pick the names out of a hat?
I guess.
Because there's some that's like, oh, great.
So the master photo is 17% larger than the original card.
Mm-hmm.
It's bordered with a prismatic foil trim.
Ooh.
Inlaid into a 5x7 white frame.
Wow. We should figure out how to send away for this, if it's free. Or find them on eBay and put one underneath Muda.
One in every 24 packs contained a winner, a master photo winner. If you find one of those cards, it could be redeemed for a group of 3 master photos.
I suspect that we wouldn't get the info card if we had a winner, but I haven't gone through all the packs.
And then each hobby dealer box would contain 1 master photo as well. So that's pretty cool.
Topps is putting you on the hunt for something. The hunt for Red October. Speaking of red, here's a Redbird, a Cardinal. Don't know much about him. Mike Perez, he was a pitcher. We have a lot of pitchers.
We go through a ton of pitchers. But also,
it seems like the 90s had every team had 140 pitchers.
I would say, you have to imagine they're not putting a ton of backup players.
No, you're right.
In the sets, so there's more starting pitchers and bullpen guys than there are,
It's a fair point because there's always a chance that Mike Perez maybe had a breakout season or will have a breakout season, and it's all right, great, I got a Mike Perez rookie. That makes sense. But 2 in a row right here, and another guy that I have no idea who he is. Tim Scott played for.
I'd say the name sounds familiar, but there's probably 3 million people.
3 million to San Diego Padres. Slam Diego, as they are now called. Everybody's new favorite team, by the way.
Yeah.
Grand Slam City.
Tatis is just amazing.
He's my boy. Tatis is my boy. Third pitcher in a row. It's starting to become a habit here, but we've got this is a side scroller, so I like that. I like it as a change of pace. Braves pitcher Pete Smith.
Another name. That's
another
probably 3
common name. Yes.
But this is a great live shot.
I like the side shot. There's also again a nice secondary shot on the back. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I wish that I knew more about Pete Smith's career, and I could really celebrate it.
Go.
Tell me one thing cool about it.
He was 4-0 in 1992 with a 1.93 ERA.
All right, so it sounds like he's a middle reliever.
He had a 1988 rookie card. Okay. And was drafted by the Braves.
So Pete Smith's been around the block at this point.
Or no, drafted by the Phillies, acquired by trade.
Oh, trading within division? Pretty sneaky. Not always a good idea.
Born in Smyrna, Georgia.
So a local boy gets drafted by Philadelphia, comes back home, 4-0. What more can be said? Scott Bankhead. Actually, I know a little bit about Scott Bankhead.
Another pitcher.
He was another pitcher, but he was fairly good. Bounced around the league, typical early '90s where you're, showing up in Minnesota, not Minnesota, maybe eventually Minnesota, but I think he was a Seattle Mariner.
Drafted by the Royals.
Or Royals, same thing, blue team.
He played for Team USA.
Yeah, USA. Scott Bankhead. Also, Scott Bankhead is a great name if you have a piggy bank.
I don't know if you could see this card's actually kind of banged up.
Is it?
If you guys can see, I'll try to get it in better focus.
Scott Bankhead, banged up.
right around the shoulders, you can see that there's a little bit of white blotching.
Crash on the bankhead.
Yeah.
Little botch city. Anyway, one of the Super Portrait cards, because I did remember him randomly coming up here, Mike Scioscia.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is
that
this
would
is
be the master portrait that you would get
eventually you
in a
would get
large
the
version
bigger
of it.
like that much of it, but it's kind of a unique, cool shot. Like it's real close up. So, and I think that's probably just, you know, you got a photographer standing on a
This was
ladder,
banged up too.
hanging up. Did we just have a bad set of cards?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
Right on his left shoulder.
I don't know. And these were tight. They were super tight. Maybe it's just banged up in translation.
Look at his left shoulder.
I think that's just the crease in his jersey.
No, you can feel it.
Oh yeah, it's a little pushed in. Yeah, I'd still think it's a nice looking card.
It is. It's a very nice looking card. It's
So
just a
just-
shame that it's a little yacked up.
Scioscia's a ledge.
Absolutely.
Great catcher. Decent manager. Seems like a nice guy.
Your brother seems to think he's a better manager than a player.
Probably, yeah. But Scioscia, I mean, he was part of 2 world championships. 1 world championship. 2 world championships.
At least one.
82, 81, 81, 81, and 88. No world championships, I don't believe, under this dude's belt. But Kenny Lofton, guys. Kenny Lofton, base stealing. He's a base stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding,
One of my favorite players. of
bus
all time.
riding, son of a gun. Kenny Lofton was exciting. Like
Ed-
you got
Ed-
your money's worth when you saw Kenny Lofton.
Ed wants
Kenny
to know
Lofton
where
play.
we even find these packs.
On the internet.
We've
your
done some
friends,
deep diving to find
your
out
friends
a lot
at
of information.
eBay and your friends at Amazon are the purveyors of history, the gatekeepers of history. But yeah, Kenny Lofton was great, and a real like tried and true homegrown Cleveland Indian too.
Drafted by the Astros, but traded, but I think before he made.
Before he made the majors, for sure. Yeah, we like Kenny Lofton.
5th in the AL in stolen base success rate.
Really,
84% that year. Yeah.
the new Ricky almost.
Tied for 5th with triples. First in stolen bases with 66.
And it's again we'll just have to point out that that's a good like sideways shot on the main part of the card.
I love that
Yeah.
action shot.
Yeah, that's great.
So Ed asked what the most expensive card we pulled was, and it's unfortunate if you want to give the story about the most expensive card we pulled.
Is it the Nolan Ryan card?
No.
Oh, we had the Nolan Ryan 82.
That
was,
Reggie Jackson card was.
Oh, yeah, the Reggie Jackson card. I think face value, but it was smashed because it had gum.
It was a $150 card.
Gum
but that
just
gum
stuck to the front of it. Real disappointment. Not a disappointment because he had a pretty good career. Eventual outfielder, first baseman Derek May for your Chicago Cubs. Everybody, again, just busting out of the batter's box.
Very reminiscent of Derek Lee. Same stature, same build.
He always reminded me of a Derek Lee type. Yeah, same sort of like body frame and skill set.
Pretty tall, power hitter, but also can just contact the ball. Not going to go
Yeah.
opposite field,
Yeah.
but great contact hitters.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
Rochester, New York, boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good, Derek May. Good for you, Derek May. I think another guy that was mentioned in that that preamble where we could have gotten their super large
Master
version,
print, yeah.
master print. Carlos Baerga,
Yes, absolutely.
second baseman for the Indians, teammate of Kenny Lofton. Carlos Baerga ended up being a Met. Real flop as a Met. I hate to say it. Was a real prospect with an upside in Cleveland, and just didn't get it done in the national. Wasn't really a great National League type hitter. Good glove, could run a bit. You want to see if anybody knows how tall that guy is?
There's only 3 people in the chat. Also, Patrick, it's not a glove. I burnt my hand.
Yeah, it is. It's hand damage. Legit hand damage. Height check, everybody.
Height check on Carlos Baerga.
Carlos Baerga.
It's gonna be you versus your brother. I'm
I'm gonna say he's 5 foot. I'm gonna go 5'6".
Okay.
Real small.
Chris says 5'7". Patrick's at 5'9". If Ed wants to get in a guess, we'll wait until maybe one more guess.
Was there a limit on the amount of people we could have in the room?
No.
For this episode, we just threw everybody off by being here on a Tuesday.
Ed said 6 foot. Everybody's
Okay.
wrong. He is 5'11".
Oh, 5'11".
A lot taller than he
A lot
looks.
taller than he looks. Yeah. Despite the fact that he's soaring through space there too.
Oh yeah, like that's just like Matrix style.
Yes.
Turning two.
Members' choice, everybody. We've got.
You heard that noise when
Yeah, when they pull.
they're peeling off of each other, right?
Yeah, because they're
They're
super
old as-
fused.
They're under all this shit.
Could be. Robin Ventura, members' choice.
There we go.
Great pull here because Robin Ventura. Was this the season that he got his clock cleaned by Nolan Ryan?
Wait, if I turn his head this way, when you do it?
Woodshed.
Perfect.
Chopping. I know. I like Robin Ventura. Robin Ventura is he's a good candidate for one of the most underrated players in the 90s. Former Met, former Yankee.
They were saying
Good locker room guy.
A legendary batting star at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Then needs just a little more consistency to be considered one of the top hitting talents.
He made it. And eventually became a manager. Kind of a failure as a manager, I believe, for the White Sox.
He wasn't great.
Not really great, but hey, playing days. We'll give it to him.
Vintage Budweiser commercial on. Official sponsor of the 1984 U.S. Olympic team.
Whoa, even better. Rex Hudler, who was again another guy that got a lot of
He
bills
looks like he's 5'8".
and a lot of hype. He's pretty small. He's a paquito.
Can we
Can
see
you
if I was
want to
right?
do a height
If I was
check?
right?
Let's see if I actually have the 5. I think it says 5'9", but you can double check it. I can't read the back of the car. I don't have the good light
No,
over
wow, you can't read it all. He's 6 foot.
He's 6 foot. Yeah, I
He
can't
does not
read.
look 6 foot.
Doesn't
in
look
this
6
picture.
foot. But he sort of had a diminutive stance, crouchy guy. Could have been. I think I think he was a serviceable part of a team, but not necessarily the guy that you're buying tickets to see.
No.
Like he's just there. You know, he's just Rex Hudler. Great name, Rex Hudler. It's an atypical sports name. I could see a Rex Hudler being a baseball player.
He had a $130 average against right-handed batters. That's dog
That's
shit.
doo doo.
Oh,
Rex Hudler could have been the name of a NASCAR driver. I could see Rex Hudler being a Southern golfer.
Come to Rex Hudler Ford.
well, that's that too. Just a place for
He actually started a car dealership while he was playing baseball with that 130 batting.
Oh, well,
average.
that's the theory that I have about Ron Rivera, who hopefully Ron Rivera recovers from his cancer. But I always had the theory that Ron Rivera secretly also has a car wash on the side that he runs during the football season. And he's got his really slouchy slacker cousin that he, like, on the sidelines, if he's ever, like, talking into the headset, he's not talking to the booth, or he's not talking to the communicating.
Calling his
He's
cousin
calling
to
his
see
cousin at how the.
Did you guys get that last? Did you guys get that last?
Just remember,
through?
like, you know, just Simonize only on demand. Don't do it for every car. We're gonna run out of the stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna run out of the fluid. We're not charging for it,
And there's-
but they have to ask for
They
it.
have to ask for it. Yes, it doesn't just go to everybody for free. I believe. I don't remember this guy's time in New York, but I do remember Bill Pacoda as a third baseman, shortstop. Not terrific, Bill Pacoda. Bill Pacoda was came up with the Kansas City Royals. So he was your platoon guy. The 1993 Mets were god awful. Like, historically bad. 92, they were a mess. 93, they got more messy. Bill Pacoda was not the guy that was turning anything
all right,
around
so
for you.
I hate to cut in on Bill Pacoda, but going back to Rex Hudler, the reason I recognize his name, this color commentary for the Royals.
Oh, all right.
So
Nice.
when they made their World Series run, he was one of the broadcasters.
That's See, that's good That's good stuff to bring up. But yeah, Bill Pecota is. I'm glad you took all the emphasis off of Bill Pecota.
Yes. Rex Hudler's nickname?
Rex,
The Wonder Dog.
tremendous. You know,
Listen, that's why I'm here.
you can't think of anything better. I think that's a tremendous nickname, Wonder Dog. Clay Parker.
Another pitcher.
Another pitcher. I would call this guy, and I see a little bit of bend in this card. Clay Parker, Seattle Mariners pitcher. My nickname for him is Silly Putty, because his name is Clay.
Oh, I get it.
You're welcome.
I see it.
You're welcome.
Also, the old
wordsmith.
style Seattle logo on the hat.
Ooh. Chef's kiss for Seattle and their uniforms through the years. Historically, a great uniform.
His home is in Pistol Thicket, Louisiana.
I hope they're doing well. There's probably going to be a lot of bad weather coming through Pistol Thicket in the next few days. Batten down the hatches. If anybody's watching us from the South, which they're not, because everybody here is in New Jersey.
Drafted by the Mariners, traded to the Yankees before being acquired as a free agent by the Mariners.
So it's take, give away, take back for Clay Silly Putty Parker. Speaking of Yankees, hey Yankee fans, a legend, a Hall of Famer is in our midst, and this is a great action shot. Mike Mussina, one of my favorite Baltimore Orioles of all time. And then even I was like, fine, he can go to the Yankees. He's okay. So that might make him one of my favorite Yankees of all time. By proxy.
By default.
By default, because, listen, I thought he was a tremendous pitcher for the Orioles through the decade of the 90s into, that transition. Pitched well as a Yankee. Certainly earned, it took him a few votes to get in, but he certainly, once enshrined, my hat was off to them.
I gotta say,
that hat would have been a Baltimore Orioles hat, by the way, not a Yankees hat, but my hat was off to him.
I love the old school cleat with the flap.
With the flap over the tongue. Yeah, they don't still have those.
No,
because they went.
I had them when I played
like
league,
high
and
chops.
I think maybe by the time I got to 8th grade, it was a thing.
I had I didn't have the flap over. But I had a Nike. It was sort of again because it was a baseball cleat. It had the Nike makeup, and it wasn't really hard shell on the top, but it was definitely hard in the back. And then I think the sides were a bit harder, a bit
It was an old style cleat.
Yeah.
And since they still make those cleats, so.
The one with the flap?
Yeah.
Does anybody wear them? I
don't. I mean, I'm assuming. I know there's I've seen softball players use them, but they're mostly low top, and you don't see a lot of guys wearing.
There's not a lot of guys with low top, no, because they want the ankle support to run with. Plus, I don't look at guys' feet. Ever.
A lot of people nowadays do because of the clout and the hype around shoe deals and all that kind of stuff. So.
All right. Last guy, everybody. Royals pitcher. Hey, it's a pitcher, guys. And a lefty pitcher, too. We like lefties. Mike Magnanti. Crickets. Don't know much about Mike Magnanti or Mike Magnanti. Mike Magnanti. Either way, old double M. What can be said about him? Do you have anything to pull off the back of that card?
California boy.
California guy. Great.
300, batted 325.
Well, then who took his stick away?
354 at-bats.
Okay. In college?
Nope.
In the minors? So he was a transitioned pitcher in the minors?
I don't know.
This
may be...
It's a mystery. This may be an error. Are you thinking this is an error?
I have no idea.
I have to do some research on Mike Magnanti.
He was 2-0 with a 2.45 ERA against the White Sox in 1992.
Okay, all right.
I know that.
That's something. California too.
They pulled some stats out of here. He was 9th on the Royals in ERA while playing on turf.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting a little bit too specific here. That's a bit too specific. Leader of the pack, Mussina. Yeah, I think we go Mussina. I love the Robin Ventura card.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, we haven't pulled. Have we pulled Moose yet? I don't think so. And this was somewhat of a disappointing pack, considering how excited I was to get this one.
Yeah, this is early into Mussina's career too. So, I guess he had been up for 2 seasons, 3 seasons. But yeah, Mussina gets it. Mussina can get it.
Yeah,
he's our guy.
he can get it.
He can get it. So that's a shell. We're back tomorrow.
We are.
By the way,
and the roles are going to be reversed.
the roles are reversed. You're sitting here. I'll sit over there. You're going to tell everybody about this 2000. We always fudge this up. It's a 2005 NFL pack.
Ooh, this is going to be a fun one.
Get your popcorn ready.
We'll see. We'll see if I can get stumped by.
Yeah, no. It's definitely going to be a guess the college bonanza.
I want to see how many in a row.
The last time we did the football pack, it was not a live episode, so we didn't have live commentary.
Right.
So I think with live commentary,
it's gonna be fun.
this is gonna rattle some cages. So all 3 of you be sure to come back tomorrow. Clear your calendar.
Well, I mean, Ed just said he's glad he's not watching me, so I doubt he'll be watching tomorrow.
We're gonna put a bag over your head.
I swear to God, that was what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Well,
I'll start. Maybe we'll start off with the bag on the head and see
and
how the
then
audio goes.
big reveal. A lucha mask, which is just a bag.
I gotta see if I still.
I have a lucha mask in my golf bag.
I think I gotta see if I have one.
Yeah. Anyway, whether we put a bag over Matt's face or not, he's still gonna have bandage up fingers. So get a good look at him for producer Matt tonight, for Sandy the Seagull when his lunch pail and the dust on his hat. And then, by the way, watch out. The Great Muta is still in effect. It's dark and it's getting stormy, so Muta is certainly going to strike with fierce and reckless abandon. Watch out for the fog. And you watch out for the fog too. Have a good night.